115 men, women, and children vanished from the face of the earth. No signs of struggle, no graves, no answers. And to this day, more than 4 centuries later, no one truly knows what happened. This is the story of Roanoke, the first English colony in America, and America's first ghost town. Let's rewind to the summer of 1587. England is ablaze with ambition. Queen Elizabeth I dreams of a new empire across the sea, and the promise of untapped riches and opportunity lures explorers to the new world. Among them is John White, an artist and seasoned navigator, tasked with leading a group of settlers to establish a permanent English colony in North America. These 115 settlers, men, women, and children, embark on a dangerous journey, sailing thousands of miles from the familiar comfort of England to the wild, uncharted lands along what is now North Carolina's Outer Banks. The settlers land on Roanoke Island, a narrow forested strip surrounded by brackish waters and dense marshland. They build crude wooden houses, plant crops, and attempt to forge alliances with the indigenous peoples, the CROATOAN and CROATAN tribes. But the land proves less welcoming than they hoped. The soil is sandy and poor for crops. The summer sun is relentless. Supplies dwindle faster than anticipated, and the colony soon teeters on the brink of disaster. Tensions rise. Some Native American groups, wary of the newcomers, become openly hostile. Others remain distant, uncertain whether these pale-skinned strangers are friends or foes. The settlers look to their leader, John White, for solutions. With winter looming and food stores nearly depleted, White makes a fateful decision. He will return to England and plead for help. He leaves behind his daughter, Eleanor Dare, and his newborn granddaughter, Virginia, the first English child born on American soil. White promises to return swiftly, bringing much-needed supplies and reinforcements. But fate has other plans. As White arrives in England, Europe is on the brink of war. The Spanish Armada, a colossal fleet, threatens the English coast, and every available ship is commandeered for defense. John White's pleas go unanswered. England's survival takes precedent over a distant, struggling colony. Months stretch into years. For 3 agonizing years, White is stranded in England, tormented by fears for his family and the settlers he left behind. Finally, in August 1590, after the defeat of the Spanish Armada, White secures passage back to Roanoke. His anticipation is mixed with dread as his ship approaches the familiar shoreline. What he finds chills him to the bone. The settlement is eerily silent. Homes stand empty, their timbers carefully dismantled, not ravaged by war or disaster. There are no bodies, no signs of violence, no trace of the men, women, and children he left behind. The only clues to their fate are cryptic carvings, the word CROATOAN etched into a sturdy post, and the letters CRO carved into a nearby tree. There is no cross or distress signal, as agreed upon before White's departure. Nothing to suggest they left in panic or under duress. The settlement itself appears abandoned with care, not haste. Belongings are gone, not scattered. There is no evidence of a desperate escape, or of any struggle at all. The colonists, it seems, simply melted away. What happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? For centuries, historians, archaeologists, and amateur sleuths have grappled with this question, spinning theories that range from the plausible to the fantastic. One of the earliest and most enduring theories is that the settlers joined the local CROATOAN tribe, now known as the Hatteras. The word CROATOAN carved into the post might have been a message, a clue to their new location on CROATOAN Island, about 50 miles south of Roanoke. Later, English settlers would report seeing Native Americans with grey eyes and fair hair, some who spoke English or claimed descent from white ancestors. These tantalizing accounts suggest a blending of cultures, a merging of 2 worlds out of necessity. It's a theory with some merit. The Roanoke settlers were running low on food and faced growing hostility from other tribes. The CROATOAN, by contrast, had shown themselves friendly to the English in the past. Perhaps in a bid for survival, the colonists abandoned their settlement and assimilated into the CROATOAN community, leaving behind their old lives and their English identity forever. But not everyone is convinced. Another theory posits a darker fate. The settlers were slaughtered by hostile tribes, perhaps the powerful Powhatan Confederacy to the north. Chief Powhatan himself would later claim responsibility for the massacre, telling Jamestown settlers that his warriors destroyed the Roanoke colony. Yet this explanation raises more questions than it answers. Why were there no bones, no evidence of battle, no charred remains or broken weapons? For a massacre of that scale, the absence of any physical trace is a mystery in itself. Some suggest the colony simply withered away, claimed by disease, starvation, or internal strife. The harsh conditions of the Outer Banks, coupled with dwindling supplies and the settlers' lack of experience, could have led to their gradual demise. But if so, why weren't any bodies found? Why did every single colonist disappear, leaving not a single grave or marker behind? Even under the harshest circumstances, it seems unlikely that an entire community could vanish so completely. The clues left behind only deepen the puzzle. The CROATOAN carving is the most famous, but it's not the only one. The letters CRO etched into a nearby tree may indicate the settlers' intended destination, or perhaps it was a hurried attempt to send a message. The absence of a distress signal, a Maltese cross, as agreed upon with White, suggests the colonists left willingly, not under immediate threat. John White, desperate to follow the trail, begged his ship's captain to sail to CROATOAN Island, but fate intervened once again. A violent storm battered the coast, forcing White's ship to turn back. He was never able to search CROATOAN, and he would never see his family again. Modern science has brought new tools to the mystery. In recent years, researchers have attempted to trace the genetic legacy of the Roanoke colonists, analyzing the DNA of local Native American groups for signs of European ancestry dating back to the 1500s. Some results hint at a possible link, but nothing definitive. Centuries of intermarriage, displacement, and disease have blurred the genetic lines, making it nearly impossible to draw firm conclusions. Then, there's the Dare Stone, a curious artifact discovered in the 1930s. This roughly carved stone purports to be a message from Eleanor Dare, John White's daughter, recounting the tragic fate of the colony. Death by disease, murder by hostile tribes, and eventual assimilation into a friendly group. The stone's authenticity is hotly debated. Many believe it's a hoax. But if genuine, it offers a haunting glimpse into the settlers' final days. Of course, not all theories are grounded in history. Some venture into the realm of the supernatural. Fringe theorists whisper of alien abduction, pointing to the total erasure of the colony and the mysterious carvings as evidence of something otherworldly. Others speak of curses or ancient spirits lurking in the shadowy forests of the Outer Banks. The area is rich with Native American legends, of shapeshifters and haunted woods, adding a layer of eerie possibility to the tale. Still others propose even stranger ideas, a time slip, a rift in the fabric of reality that swallowed the colony whole. On internet forums and late-night radio shows, believers point to stories of entire groups vanishing throughout history, their fates forever unknown. The Roanoke mystery has inspired countless works of fiction, from novels and video games to television series like American Horror Story, Roanoke, each adding its own twist to the legend. But why does this mystery endure? Part of the answer lies in what is missing. Unlike other historical disappearances, Roanoke left behind no physical remains, no eyewitnesses, no survivor tales. The last known living colonist was seen in 1587. After that, nothing. No graves, no journals, no artifacts have ever been recovered that definitively reveal their fate. The story of Roanoke has seeped into the American imagination, becoming a symbol of vanished civilizations and the thin line between survival and extinction. Books, documentaries, and TV shows have kept the legend alive for generations. Outdoor dramas retell the story every summer on Roanoke Island, drawing crowds eager to experience the mystery firsthand. Even blockbuster films and national treasures have paid homage to the lost colony, weaving its enigma into the fabric of American folklore. At the heart of the Roanoke mystery is a simple yet profound question. What happened to those 115 men, women, and children? The most accepted theory among historians is that the colonists, facing starvation and isolation, quietly left Roanoke and assimilated with neighboring tribes. Perhaps they adopted new customs, new languages, and new identities, vanishing into the landscape as a matter of survival. But even this theory leaves gaps. Why did no one ever tell their story? Why did no descendants come forward, or why weren't they recognized as such by later settlers? Perhaps the answer is that history is full of silences, moments where the written record ends and speculation begins. The Roanoke colony is a stark reminder of how fragile human settlements can be, how quickly a community can vanish without a trace. It is a lesson in humility, a testament to the power of nature, and a cautionary tale about the perils of exploration and the unknown. Yet, the mystery still matters. It speaks to our deepest fears and our wildest imaginings. It reminds us that, for all our advances in science and technology, there are still questions that defy easy answers, enigmas that linger at the edge of history, refusing to be solved. So what do you believe happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Was it war, famine, or something stranger, something beyond our current understanding? The truth may never be known, but the legend lives on, inviting each generation to ponder, investigate, and imagine. If stories of mystery and the unexplained fascinate you, and if you yearn to explore the dark files of history, you are not alone. The tale of Roanoke is not just a story of disappearance. It is a story of hope, of tragedy, and of the enduring human quest to uncover the secrets of the past. Perhaps one day a new clue will emerge. A scrap of parchment, a buried artifact, a genetic marker that will finally reveal what happened on that lonely island so many years ago. Until then, Roanoke remains America's greatest unsolved mystery, a ghostly echo from the dawn of history, and a reminder that even the boldest dreams can vanish in the blink of an eye. What is your theory about the fate of the lost colony? Let your imagination roam, and remember, some mysteries are never meant to be solved, only remembered.